In addition to overrides, we can also add escalation levels. The approval stage in this process is a potential bottleneck, as if all the team leaders are absent, the leave will not be approved. Escalations are a way of explaining who should do the work if the initial role assignments are unable to, after a given time. To add an escalation, select the new Escalate To button and give the new escalation level a name. Then assign a new role to the escalation to represent the alternate role that will undertake the escalation if it is activated. Select existing roles, find the role to add, and drag it across into the escalation. We now need to set the timeout value, which will determine when the escalation is activated. This is added to the initial role assignments area, as it is the roles assigned here that are timing out. Select role assignments and enter a value in the timeout value property. In your documentation output, as well as text explaining the override, there will also be text explaining this escalation. In this instance, your team leaders can no longer undertake resourcing approval after the escalation timeout has occurred. However, if your team leaders arrive back after the initial timeout, you may still want them to be able to undertake the stage. If this is the case, drag the role into the escalation so that it or the HR manager can undertake the escalation. There is also a second kind of escalation. Sometimes rather than passing work to new people, you want instead to do something else, as the initial work is no longer valid. This is called exception flow escalation. The alternate path can be represented in the process flow diagram. To do this, add a timeout to the role assignments or last escalation level without adding a new escalation.